Oh, by the way, you made one of the most important points on Twitter about Trump. Now, I just call it a neck vagina, but you said Trump has graduated to the open collar because his nunt is out of control.
Yes.
So it's a better word than mine, and I applaud you. I applaud you, sir.
Yes, I was trying to find a way, because I use that phrase quite regularly, like,
right.
And I was trying to find a tighter, sharper way of saying it. And honestly, it looks like it just blew his collar open.
Right.
Like there is no
He's just
way
given up on the shirts with ties.
He's totally given up.
Yeah, because the vagina, you could see the yeast infection. I mean, that's how bad it was. It wasn't like it. Yeah. The UTI was like really.
Oh. No.
Really? Nunt is better? Nunt is better.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
It sounds like a Norwegian candy.
Exactly.
But it also
made of licorice.
Descriptive, and you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And his collar isn't even just like open, like, oh, I loosened my tie. It's like flared out, like his Adam's apple just went poo. And that's exactly what happened. Like he has just kind of creviced over the last little bit. You know, on my afternoon show, I've done every rally. I'm doing the one this Saturday.
I know. You're a brave man.
Oh, the whole thing. We watched the entire thing, and I'm here to tell you, maggots and Trumpsters, I'm sorry, but there ain't going to be any 2024. Dude is a mess. Guy he's sundowning everything they say about Biden to try and castigate on.
Yes,
like he's
right.
failing is true about Trump. He's an absolute mess. He can't put a sentence together. He'll talk about like teleprompters are terrible, and he's reading that line
from a teleprompter.
Yes. He's a mess, and he's going to stay a mess, and it's going to get worse. There is no up there. There's no like, oh, he's going to start exercising and losing weight and taking supplements to get his brain on gear. There is no amount of Adderall you could pump into his ear with a billows that is going to straighten out this Gordian knot of Christmas lights that's inside his head with the missing bulb.
And I'm starting to sleep better. You know why? Because instead of visions of, fairy plum, whatever those are, sugar plums. No, I have visions of Hal Sparks as Donald Trump in prison in Sexy Liberal Virtual Tour.
Right.
By 2024. Those Trump in prison things you did. Because I think we're getting there. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, we are.
All right. You end on a happy thought on Twitter.
Matt Gaetz.
Yes, you said reminder. Greenberg made fake IDs and Gaetz knew. Which.
Yes.
What kind of.
I mean, all right, the whole story about Matt Gaetz was like hanging out with Greenberg. The first story that broke was that this jerk like would use as the tax collector, he'd have access to like the DMV.
They're making fake IDs late at night in his office. You're like, I think Matt Gaetz knew they were underage.
For who? What? He's not traveling to the Bahamas under a fake ID. Neither is Joel Greenberg. They're making it for girls that were underage, that they were traveling either to foreign countries or to the Virgin Islands or to Georgia overnight while high on ecstasy and stuff. And then this dude comes out and he's like, somebody called and said, hey, Matt, you had sex with an underage girl. And he was like, oh, no. And I was there watching. He said, oh, no.
Of course, it's a radio DJ.
Right.
Lowest form of life.
Uh-huh.
He was there. Big Joe somebody.
Yes, a Florida shock jock, which, by the way, former Florida shock jock. Here's my question. What do you have to do to get fired as a shock jock in Florida, considering there are people down there trying to mouth sex an alligator on the regular?
Yes.
And, like crackheads will eat the paint off your house, and like armies of zombie rednecks are like stealing pets and roasting them. And you're like, I'm going to go on the radio this morning and say something naughty. Like,
I can tell you as a shock jock why I've been fired several times, but in Florida, you're right. I don't know what it takes in Florida to get
They
fired.
chew people's faces off in Florida.
Yes.
Exactly. You can't compete with that.
Right.
You can't.
I can't.